Hello, and welcome back to He Is Coming. We're gonna get into the swamplands today. I did accidentally start a run without pressing the record button. Noticed immediately, but that's why the continues there. But we're gonna get straight into the swampland. And we're gonna get started. And what are we against? The Stormcloud Druid. So if we can find that weapon that gives us, like, attack when we get stunned, we could even maybe go with Petrifying Flask and see if we can find it. I guess we'll go with Muscle Potion since we're going to spend a lot of time just... Mind you, that's every few strikes, isn't it? Not every few turns, right? So that might not be great. He doesn't have any armor, so acid's kind of rubbish. We'll pick up the marble sword for now, and we'll get on our way. Abandoned quarry to find some weapons is probably a good shout. If you have armor, restore health at the start of your turn. That's really good. Gain 5 armor and 5 poison. Not great. Unless you're doing a massive armor run, which, you know, you might. We'll push through, see if we can, and just try and see if we can find that particular weapon. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but I don't know all the names of the items. I remember the effects though. But there is one that if you are stunned and it causes you to miss a strike. Ooh, we can merge those. That's lovely. But what it does, if that happens, it gives you a bonus attack for the next turn, as in your attack stat goes up. For now though, we'll go... We could just get some extra armor. There's the weapon pile that we want. These are all... Ooh, we've got 2 rares. On hit, lose 2 health and gain 4 armor. Okay, now we probably want to get rid of that acid, don't we? We probably want rid of the acid on this. Right, see if we can find any more. Battle start. Spend 1 acid into 2 attack. Right, we kind of need to see if we can get that slime booster. That could be huge. Honestly, I think even if we... There it is, the Stormcloud Spear. Oh no, that's not the one. That's not the weapon. It sounds like it. I think that's the one that we got from killing this guy for the first time. So we don't want any of these. And what else can we get? Now I've been... A few people have like mentioned like if I've noticed the symphony effect on instruments, which I have. I just don't think it's very good. I might give them a try. Not at the moment though, because we're carrying a bunch of duplicates, but... That, and I'm going to buy this. Spend 1 acid into 2 attack. And we're going to want that to go there, but then we're going to swap that around so we gain 1 acid, and then we'll spend it to get 2 extra attack. Hopefully that's how that's going to work. But yeah, so I might see if the opportunity arrives, we might give ourselves some instruments here. But the thing is that the bonuses from instruments aren't brilliant. They're decent, but the bonuses aren't absolutely amazing. The main benefit from instruments is that they can activate each other, which is a fair point, but I tend to go around trying to find duplicates of the same so that I can merge them. So if you're carrying lots of different items, you know, lots of different instruments, you're probably not going to be able to like merge things as well. It's just going to kind of clog my inventory. I wouldn't mind actually finding a bonfire now. Because we're a bit low. We're very low, in fact. Because of that axe. We're losing his health. We need some regen to go with that axe. Yep, we've killed ourselves. That beaver suicided into us. I blame the beaver. Oh. We'll call that a warm-up. I will say it's definitely a harder area, this. What have we got? Swamp Song. We just need some poison for this. Speaking of which, let's avoid these snakes if we can, because right at the start, yeah, they're going to do a real nasty number on us with poison. And it'll quickly diminish our health here. So let's hope this gives us a weapon or something. Some regen isn't bad. We can get that health back. We'll stop by this chest. We'll get a weapon just because it's an improvement over our starting weapon, and we're gonna go. We'll go to the Golem home. We might find a duplicate between here and there. Look at that, we did. That's nice. We'll see if we can find something poisonous. And we've unfortunately killed him before we can even get any of the benefit from our regen on our gauntlets. There is a bonfire up there that might be worth going to. Venomous fangs are pretty good. And we don't quite get to it in time. Let's see if we can find the golem then. I don't want to open that in case it is duplicate or something. Let's grab this. Okay. Now let's see if we can get ourselves a nice bit of health regen going. But yeah, we're unfortunately obliterating them before we can do anything. Tell you what, let's kill this slime. And then we'll rest. Great. We could go back down for that chest. And we should, because it is the Golem home. Now we've got a slot. Yeah, I'm going to say we can try for a duplicate. We get the Squire armor. And I'm going to make a point of going to this slime because I need to get into a better habit of just trying to, if I see a weak enemy, just attack it. It gives us some gold. We might need that later. Speaking of, the first time Riptide triggers give the enemy 5 poison. Ooh. That could be really good. We'll kill this slime. But we'd have to get something that applies Riptide. Right, we want one of these items from this chest. Because if we get that... Oh, and there we go. Oh, actually, no, that's... We could grab it and hold on to it. In the hopes that we get a... another duplicate in a bit. We'll get poison on our blade. Is that a chest? It is. We'll get another gauntlet here. That's going to be pretty good. A tree bark egg gives you loads of regen. Let me think. You see, the Squire's armour will upgrade after the next fight, so I'd rather not get rid of that. Which leaves one of these two, because I would much prefer the tree bark egg to these. If we get another life root gauntlet, we can turn it into a diamond item. We're one away from that, so I don't want to get rid of that. That means the fangs, but the fangs are better versus this boss. Let me maths this out. We've got 19 health, and we've got a similar attack to the enemy. In fact, we've got exactly the same, but we also apply Riptide and Poison. We should be able to do this without the fangs. So we can hold that instead. And let's not forget that, oh, gives us... Ah, that's the bonus. They give us 2 less attack. We are still going to apply poison though, because we have this poison edge, so we will still be doing that attack. So, mathsing it out, we should be fine. We might be a bit wounded. We'll be wounded, but we'll be fine. We have lots of regen as well. We probably should have got rid of the Squire's arm, because I'm thinking about it now. This gives us loads of regen, so we might be better off going into like getting the that belt. Wow, we actually ended them real quick. And that's what I wanted to get this for. It turns into a purple item that gives us all the regen in the world. So now we'll fight this beaver and we'll recover health while we're fighting them. While you have regen, gain 3 attack. Yes. Okay. We're doing a regen run. Now let's see if we can find... Now we don't want to buy... We don't want to do any clear spring watermelons. Because basically they're going to get rid of our regen. So in fact, I'm going to shift click those and we'll get rid of them completely. Be gone, watermelon. We can get that, I guess. But let's see if we can find... Ooh. I think we might go into an armorless run. The knight's armor is pretty good though. I think we're going to give up on the armor given how the run seems to be shaping up. I'm still wanting to find this gauntlet before we leave this place. Look at that attack. None of these are good. We can come back here later. What are we against as well? Turn start gives the player 2 Riptide. They gain 1 attack for each Riptide the player has. Right. Our response to that is probably just to kill them quickly. The Boneyard Bog will drop a rare item. Can find the grave site. No duplicates there, anything, so we're looking for a gauntlet or this weaver shield or the belt as items at the moment. We can replace this fish. Gain 1 purity every other turn. We're not removing status effects on ourselves, so purity stuff is bad for us. Expose, remove all your poison and gain 2 armor for each poison removed. We're not going to have armor, so we're not going to have armor to lose, so exposed won't trigger. The only choice here is the serpent dagger, which is better than our blade, but we will need to get the oil and the edge put back on it. So we're going to be looking out for weapon upgrade stuff now. And again, looking out for the life root gauntlet, for the weaver shield, for the belt as well. We can see what's at these haggle huts. And the haggling hut has stunned the enemy and yourself for 2 turns. Gain 5 armor and 5 poison. That's really good if you're doing an armor run, but we're not. So that's very bad for us. We basically just devour these turtles at this point, because we inflict poison, so... Mind you, I say that, yeah, every 3 strikes give them poison. Yeah, it's not... I keep thinking that, it's like, oh, it's Serpent Dagger, it's a poison weapon. It eventually becomes a poison weapon. Keep that in mind, it's not... Okay, let's kill this. I want the poison edge on this. Either poison or regen. Stun the enemy for a turn at the start, or gain 1 attack at the start. Stunning them is the equivalent of having 3 extra attack, so we'll do a 3 attack hit, but it also brings us closer to getting that poison on them, so it's not a bad idea to do the stun, really. The question is, do we think the fight's going to go on for longer than 3 turns, and against a boss it will, so this will be better versus bosses, I think. And that's really what you're after. There's the belt. We now have 25 health total. Pretty good. And we get 7 attack. So it's a pretty beefy run. Just got to watch out for these turtles. So they're going to deal a lot of damage to me, because they do get that hit in. But our weaver shield is protecting us from most of it. Ooh, we could get a wet egg. Do we give up on trying to get another life fruit gauntlet at this point? I think I'm still going to keep on with that. Oh, but here is a... you know what? Right, I think we wait to open this grave, because we haven't got a slot that I'd like to get rid of something from yet. And we're just going to try and get some regen going. If your health is full, lose 5 health and gain 2 additional strikes. Whenever you restore health, give the enemy 1 poison. That is absolutely something we want, because we're going to have regen every turn, aren't we? We're not going to be able to get to that. It'll be fine, we'll be regenerating in combat anyway. We'll gain some armor. Oop. Also a bunch of Riptide, which is pretty nasty. But we are going to kill him in 2 more turns. Poison kills him. Excellent. Give the enemy 1 Riptide every other turn. Give the enemy acid equal to your speed. Silver Scale Gauntlet is just really good. We don't have much speed or anything, so the other one's not that useful to us. The Toxic Rose is fantastic. Scorched Hill, we need to heal. These are like level 3 dragonflies, aren't they? So they're going to be pretty nasty. Not much great there. We need to get behind here and do so in the day. Is he gonna manage? Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of damage. Oh, hit him. Have we beaten him? Yes. Oh, that's just saved the run. Ooh, that was close. That was extremely close. I did not appreciate that. Right, let's fight this one. I wouldn't mind, yeah, getting the oozing edge. Mind you, if they don't have poison, it'll give them poison. So that means that'll probably trigger once. Then we'll probably just stack more poison on top of it, and then it probably won't trigger again. Just having the extra attack's probably better, really. I'd probably prefer the oozing edge to just be something like give them 1 poison. Do not pick the armor oil like last time. We're doing an armorless run. We're not picking that. Now where's the ferryman? Up there. I'm thinking at this point, do I even want to open more chests? Because it's more likely just gonna... Oh god, it's already nearly the end. Guess Golem home. We'll fight a beaver. Weaver shield. No, weaver belt. It's, yeah. Well, the leather belt instead of weaver shield. It's not bad, but we couldn't duplicate it before then. We are... like, acid is going to do nothing to us. We have no armor. Riptide could be nasty. The stun could be nasty. But the poison will kill us. So we want to get rid of the poison one. Let's see how we do. Acid is nothing. That said, he's all armor, so that could hurt. Right. We're doing pretty well. We'll always have regen, so we're always going to have this 7 attack. And we've absolutely just destroyed him. Now this Riptide is pretty nasty. Each turn we can essentially think of him as dealing 10 damage to us, which is kind of horrendous. However, we've poisoned the living hell out of him, so... we manage. Problem now is we die to a stun one. Better. That's the best we've done. We made it to the final head. So, yeah. Win against a silver scale shark for the first time. Every 3 strikes give the enemy 1 Riptide. That's pretty decent. Right, we'll call it there. I'm trying to think how we deal with the... Because the problem is the stun one and the Riptide one. The Riptide, all I can think of with Riptide and stun is to create a run in which you constantly remove debuffs from yourself by having a copious amount of those melons. You could also put a load of purity on yourself, so literally a purity run might be the way to get rid of the Riptide and stun heads. But even then you're kind of crossing your fingers and hoping that you remove the stun and the Riptide debuffs on you. Rather than, mind you, I guess if you remove the purity you'd gain attack and health, so it wouldn't really matter what you remove. So that'd deal with those. And then I guess if you just went into either lots of health or lots of armor, you'd deal with either the poison or acid one just by having all your health in one, either health or armor, but just one, not the other. So I guess that's how you would want to do it. Like when I'm having gone through it a few times and thought about it, I think that's probably how we're going to have to do this. I think the winning run will be a purity run. Yeah. Probably a purity run with a ridiculous, just quite frankly, ridiculous amount of those watermelons. Is it called Clear Spring watermelons? I mean, we can look. Swampland. Yeah, I think that in fact it doesn't show you the items that you start with on here. These are all just unlockable items, aren't they? I think they're called Clear Spring watermelons, but yeah, just a ton of those. And then just have tons of purity items is probably the way to go about doing it. For now though, that's all for this episode. This has been Here's Coming, and I'll see you in future runs where I'll see if we can maybe... Again, I think someone were kind of hinting that I should try instruments more, so we'll see. It depends on what the run gives you, you know. If you start, like with this one, it gave me that item that gave me attack based on my regen, and I happen to have, like, golden regen gloves. Of course, I'm going to lean into it. It's a bit random what you're given. You know, what's the phrase now? If the world gives you lemons, make lemonade. It's a bit like that, so... We'll see what we get. If we get a bunch of instruments, I can give it a go once or twice. But I think the winning run is going to be a purity run. Just looking at how the boss is balanced. So I'm probably going to try to go out of my way to get lots of purity items and debuff and status removing items and things. To try and get past the Riptide and stun heads. And then probably pick up a few items like... ignore armor and just get like leather belts, or get like loads of squire armor and try to reduce, make it so I've got tons of armor but not as much health, so that I'm better versus like the poison head or something. That's probably going to be the way we do it. For now though, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode where we'll be giving it another go. I'll see you then.